put myself here on top here. So hello everyone. I think we can be okay. Let's stay here. Hello everyone. Welcome to the Out of the Box Developer session today. I don't know what happened because it played another opening video here. So if you are watching, apologize for that. And yeah, it had been a very Pedro, no one cares. Yep. So yeah, today we're gonna be talking about a large language model. Actually, last week was very intense for me and other people here too. Danilo was there on the TDC Porto Alegre last week. Pedro was also on remote, right, Pedro? And yeah,
Yeah,
go ahead.
no, I'd say that. Yeah, I was on remote, and it was my first time being coordinating track remotely in TDC. It was a great experience but of course, being there is much more fun. But
Yeah,
it was
you're right.
very nice. TDC is fantastic. Is a fantastic event.
For those who don't know, TDC, it's the developer conference. It's the largest conference we have here in Latin America, I believe, and that is connected to development, it's software development. So we have many tracks, and I've been in this year. I've been in every edition. We had 4 editions during the year, and I've been coordinating the first 3 editions. And this last week, I decided to let's do something different. I will be speaking something, and then and then we came up with this content today. I talked about large language model with Java or GenAI with Java, and yeah, and I would like to share a bit what I had presented there, and we can also yeah, we can go deeper actually, more deeper than I could go on the presentation, and share with you guys also how is the experience uh, working with Java, because it's not very user, right? People think that when we talk about AI in general, we do always remind about Python or Julia or some of those model language. And to build models, I understand they have lots of features, but to integrate with these models, there's no limits. I believe we have a lot of different language support, and and yeah, and that is what we're gonna be talking today. Oh, sorry, I just jumped it, but presenting everyone, right? We are today with Douglas. Hey, Douglas, how are you?
Hey y'all, doing great. Glad to be here. Looking forward to seeing what you're going to show us. You go.
Thanks. And we also have Chila here. Hey, Chila, how are you?
Hey Hugo, I'm fine. Thank you for inviting me and looking forward to the session with LLMs and Java. I am sure it will be very interesting.
Cool. And Pedro already talking with us, but hey, Pedro, are you fine,
Hey,
man?
yeah, I'm good. Well, thanks for letting us here, and I think it will be like a fantastic topic, exactly because in Java we don't see much, right? These things.
Cool. I hope that people enjoy it. And Danilo, hey, Danilo.
Oh, hey Hugo, how are you doing, man? Thank you for the invitation, and you know, just giving a spoiler for the audience. Think about the Java track in the developers conference. I heard that from lots of people that Hugo's talk was the best talk in the
Oh,
Java track.
really?
So if you are watching us, prepare yourself because it's going to be maybe the best presentation that you're going to see today. Not today, but in December maybe.
Oh man, I got a lot of spotlight now. But thanks for giving this spoiler. I see also if you are watching us and want to please say hello here on the chat and talk a little bit from where you are and what you are interested in, what you're looking after, AI, especially those Gen AI, large language models that is so in high these days. I see here a message from Andres. Hey, how
Andres.
are you? Connecting from
Yeah,
Peru. Great.
yeah. Andres is our biggest fan, man. He's always here. Yeah. Thank you, Andres, to be as big fan for the. Thank you
Thanks,
so much.
thanks a
And
lot.
yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh, Tahid Khalid say hello, everyone from Morocco. Whoa,
Morocco.
nice.
Wow.
Yeah, I have a great friend from Morocco and I would love to know Morocco in the future.
In person.
Yeah,
Cool.
would be fun.
So, and yeah, both Terry, Andres, don't be shy just watching. It will be awesome to also bring your questions and share your goals here with regarding to Java and large language models. I'm gonna be very happy to answer any question that you are or any challenge that you are going on. So let me get started here and share my screen. Let me just get things here, and we are sharing. Always a challenge to share a screen here. I hope it's all fine. So can you see my screen? I think it's too small here now. I think it's
Yeah, now it's better.
better to make this view maybe better.
Yeah, much better.
Much better, yeah. So, Gen AI with Java, some concepts to create your first Gen AI application. And when I say Gen AI, at this moment, I'm targeting large language models which generate text. So, let's start with the fundamentals here. I won't spend too much time with how Gen AI has been a trend this year and how lots of consultancies, well-known consultancies like Gartner, McKinsey, and Accenture are telling, oh, this is disrupting everything, and we are seeing some revolution. Besides that, in the end, someone have to put your hands dirty on and connect things and make things work. And to help us with the uh, by doing it, I created this presentation that goes only on some fundamentals that we have to know, that is good to know, and specifically to get into a specific feature that is very interesting working on that's called retrievals. So I'm gonna go into that in a few slides further. But yeah, first thing that is good to understand is that for this example, for this presentation, I'll be using LangChain to help us with these with the examples by building an application. It is it is a library. I can tell library. Yeah, it's more a library than a framework, but it will be helping us to connect with those models. So uh, I know that when we think about artificial intelligence, we think about the models and all those complex machine learning techniques to create a model. And here we're gonna be more. We won't gonna be creating the model to have some result over that. We're gonna be using some models that already exist and to have our application working and generating some interesting things. And LangChain is this orchestrator that can actually, you can set up your application to use some model and interact with this model and grab some results. And it is officially supported by in Python and TypeScript languages, but we have the official Java language support also. That's called LangChain 4j, and that is what we're going to be using here to create our first application. And yeah, it's good to know that a very simple hello world application using some large language model, it is to receive some input, some text, some question, and then I'm going to be using the OpenAI model to send this input to the OpenAI model and then grab the response back and then print it on our terminal. So that would be our very first hello world application that we're going to be using here. Okay. For this example, I used Java 17 and the LangChain 4j. And first, to work with OpenAI, we have to create an account on OpenAI, so you can have the authentication key that can actually connect with OpenAI. I'm gonna be showing it on the code and on the pages, so I think it will be more clear. So let's get started here. The first concept that is very important is about models. So every time that I'm working with some artificial intelligence, we are behind the scenes, we are working with some models. And for large language models, we have plenty of models available for them. And they are all pre-trained to generate something. When we say about, when we say generative AI, the generative comes from the idea of generating things. So we do generate text, images, audios, and now you can see also generating videos from those models. And that is the main difference between other models that we have been seeing on the AI field. That is, from machine learning, it's more focusing on classifying, on clusterizing things. And for Gen AI, we are saying about generating things, okay? And yeah, as I was saying, we have a lot of models here that is available nowadays, and they are for these large language models to start having a good output from some question, from some input. They have to use a lot of data to achieve that. So as we know, OpenAI, we have the GPT models that have the GPT-3, for example, that was the previous model. It uses 175 billions of parameters to get into the result of the model that we are using there. We have also Palm. It's from the Google model that uses 540 billion parameters to have the result that they have. So they're very large models, and usually it's very expensive to create those models from your own machine, right? So you're gonna be relying to some of those big companies to actually use these models. But there are also open source models that is available that you can run by yourself and create by yourself, and yeah, like such as where is Llama here? I'm not finding, or it wasn't available on March 2023 maybe. But yeah, we have some examples that is open source available to run in your machine, but of course might be very resource expensive too. And yeah, for our example, getting back to our hello world example, I'll be using OpenAI because I don't have machine to run on my own computer, and it's easier to just rely on the service. It is as we're gonna see, it is not so expensive to use for such examples. So the first thing I want to do is I want to ask my application to write some hello world in Java, and I expect them to print some hello world. So how do we do that? Let me share my IDE here. And here. Before moving forward, any questions from the audience so far?
No, you.
No? Okay. Good. Thank you. I see that someone shared the repository. And I will share my repository actually. I'll share later. But yeah, this it is okay. The size of the font, I believe it is, right? Because I think I cannot put it larger than that.
I mean,
Okay.
your left-hand side is particularly tiny, but this is a typical like IntelliJ kind of
Oh
thing.
yeah.
Yeah, there's another setting you can go into to increase your fonts, but don't worry about it. We can definitely see the file itself.
Perfect. Yeah, and
The most
yeah,
important part is okay.
important here. Yeah, and yeah, as you can see, it is a simple Maven project. Oh my, yeah. Well, right. So it's a simple Maven project, and if you want to start with LangChain4j, the first thing that you need to do is to add the LangChain4j dependencies here. There is no secret. For my examples, I just have to add two dependencies, the LangChain4j. Okay, from dev.langchain4j, I'm using the version 0.23.0. And since I'm using OpenAI to integrate with the models, I have to add the OpenAI dependencies for the for these examples. Okay, if I can use, there are other providers and LangChain supports many different providers such as Hugging Faces, Azure OpenAI, and there are many others that is available. And yeah, but for each of them, you're gonna have to add the specific integration dependency. And yeah, I see that Andres said the code, which is what matters. Thanks, Andres. So, and for our first example, before running it, another thing that is important to have is the OpenAI API key that you will have to map here. So to get those Open API key, let me go back here to the presentation. And whenever you create, you have to create your OpenAI account, and after that you can always go to the setup and API keys, and then you can always create your new secret. So it will be so you can manage as you want. And for this example, LangChain4j, I created this secret here that is hidden, partially hidden. And then finally, we can go back here to our first hello world example. Okay, so for this hello world, by using LangChain4j, all you need to do is, first thing, you have to get the OpenAI key from I got from the local environment from the environment variables. And then I just need to declare or to create a new chat language model, which is given by OpenAI Chat Model Builder. That is already an utilitary class to help you create your chat model. So what I use here, I declared which model I want to use. So OpenAI has the GPT-4, GPT 3.5 Turbo, and some others for other purposes like text, Da Vinci, embedding, moderation. Okay, and I use the GPT 3.5 because it's cheaper for me, and yeah, it is just for example. But if you want to use the GPT 4, I I don't know if do we already have GPT 4 available for openly available. We do still need to pay for the
Only
pro
paid.
version.
Only paid.
Only paid. So yeah, that's why I don't use the 3. I'm not using the 4 for this example too.
And the
And
other thing about that is that I think that it's still closed. So you can only use it if you're paid, and you can't get a pro subscription now or you can't get a plus, whatever they call it, because they're not accepting anymore. They're
oh,
having to
really?
use too much compute.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. So that's an update. But yeah, cool. So continue here. I have set up the model and then the API key that I just grabbed from the environment variable. And now that I have the chat model, I just need to ask some question for it. So my prompt actually is write a hello world in Java, printing hello. This is an example for TDC future that we were mentioning in the beginning. So hello TDC future 2023, and send it to chat model as a user message. And I will just print the content with the response within the response. And also, I for this example, I went through. I think it's interesting to print the number of tokens uh, because it will be how OpenAI charges their model usage. So let's put it to run. Good. It took a while. Yeah, now it's okay. So this is the whole message from the OpenAI GPT 3.5 model. So just by giving it an input, right? Hello world, printing hello TDC future 2023. It just gave me a concise answer and completed my prompt with a concise text here with the example public hello world and hello TDC future 2023 as I asked it. So it's as simple as this. And for this example, it used 22 tokens for input and 96 tokens for output, a total of 118 tokens. And how they actually charge me for that. For this example, if I go back here to my presentation, for GPT 3.5, for every 1,000 tokens, it will charge me 0.001 and in the input, and every 1,000 tokens for output, it charges me 0.002. So it's for this example, it's close to zero, and of course it will accumulate, and in the end of the month they will charge me. And of course, seems to be a very low price, but if you use it in some production environment and have lots of requests, that might quickly scale for in your budget. So take care when you are designing your application. Fine. So I think it's a very simple hello world for everyone to getting started with any model here. And then let's jump for the next example here. Let's go back here, presentation to guide me. And yeah, next thing is about prompts. So I already showed you an example of prompt that inputs asking for the hello world. It is a prompt, but we can go further with prompts actually. You can add more context to it or more instructions to the model so it can generate more specific output from this, from depending on the prompt that we send. So I created a funny thing here that I call emoji bot. That is a bot, a chat bot that can actually answer by giving any movie title. It will answer with try to create a plot and answer with emojis regarding to that movie. So how I can do that? Let's go here to the example again and open the next example here. Prompts. So same thing here. First thing, I have to get the OpenAI key and then create a chat model. Here I used the shorter version of the builder where I just send the API key, because in the LangChain implementation they have the default. They are the chat model, OpenAI chat model defaults to the GPT 3.5. So I don't need to specify that every time. Okay. It's easier here. And then here's the prompt. And we have this prompt template from the LangChain. There is also another utilitarian class to define a prompt that's very similar to a string builder, but using those mustache templating syntax. So I say for the model, emoji bot is a movie expert who knows the story of every existing movie in the world, can identify any movie title in the world, generate detailed movie plot using emojis when recognize a valid movie title, and reply with hunk, not a movie title otherwise. And then I set here a chat format here. Our user give a movie name and emoji bot, and I let the model complete this prompt with whatever it understands that makes sense for the request, for the whole context. So let's go here down here, and how it works. I will grab a movie name from the input, from the keyboard input here. I write it, I type the name, and then I will just replace movie name with the given movie name, and then I will generate a user message from the results of this prompt, and then I will print the response. So we do run this example. Also, I print the tokens just to keep tracking how much I'm explaining here. So, anyone with any interesting movie to tell here, to put here? If someone from the chat too want to contribute with some movie title, would be awesome.
Oh, just before we keep going, George mentioned here that he couldn't go to TDC, but he's looking to watching your talk right now. Hey, George, how are you doing?
Welcome, Georgie.
Yeah. Well, Back to the Future.
Back to the Future. Okay, let's Back to the Future. I think it was not too detailed, but yeah, time back soon, car.
In a car. Yeah.
Okay,
Makes sense.
yeah, makes sense.
Frederick was asking Interstellar.
Interstellar. Oh, Interstellar. Yeah, it also it also completed with some plot summary here. It is making sense. A group of astronauts about space missions finds planet for humanity, for distant galaxies. They venture further into space. They discover secrets of the universe, which make us survival. Does it make sense?
Well, I don't know. Andres is saying Jurassic Park.
Let's run again here. Jurassic Park. Creating populating stars, however, things go wrong and escape from their difficulties. Yeah, chaos ensures the scientists and populace. That's why and escape bad literatures. Okay, yeah, okay. So
I like it as well.
just for an example, so this is a way to actually create some prompts, giving some context, some instructions to the models, and it will try to complete considering those instructions that you gave for them. And yeah, such this emoji bot that I created here. So okay, good for examples, right? And yeah, so this is one another uh, feature that we have to. It's good to know and how to use, and then we can move to. We have one more here, memory. We have to. It's good to know to understand a bit about how memory works, right? As we are talking about chatbots, like we do in ChatGPT, if you use it already, you can see that there is some consistency. It does looks like it remembers every message that we send to them. So when I do write hello world Java, and then I ask the model to change the output of the to the TDC future, uh, then actually I will have problem here, because these models aren't as stateful; they are stateless. So they don't know, they don't keep in memory how the previous prompt input. So how do actually it works then? Because ChatGPT keeps them as when I type, it remembers what I typed before. So the way we do implement it actually is to send the memory every time, to send the whole context every time for the model. So you are just completing, you're just keeping all the conversation by on your side and send and resend it every time for the model. And then the model will read all the conversation, and then it will give some, and then it will give answer like it is remembering everything that you said, but you are always sending the whole context. So, for example, here I created now a chatbot, and I named it JavaBot. JavaBot is a Java expert that recognizes any questions related to Java, give a short code example, and reply with honk not Java question when otherwise, when it's not a Java question. And I also instantiated this chat memory. It's a message window chat memory instance from the LangChain for J2, and it is another utilitarian class to manage what we call the memory of these chats. So when I say it has a max of 10 message, it will keep 10 message on the window, and it will only remember 10 message, um, uh, 10 messages from the history. Okay, and yeah, what I do here, I created this context and I call it system message because it's not a user message here. It is something that I define it, and I want to keep on the chat every time, for the model to remember what my instruction every time that I send an input. And then here I put in a while true, so we can actually send a lot, always add some message into the question here. So what I do is to receive the question and the inputs, and add it to the memory as a user message, and then send the whole message to the chat model. And then print the response and add this response to the chat memory. So the next time that I run it, I do the next question, I just add the response, add the new user message with the response given previously, and send the whole messages to the chatbot. So let's maybe running it is easier to understand, to see it working. So JavaBot, like in the example before, write a Java hello world example. Actually, it is already a Java bot, so write a hello world, write a hello world example. It will write in Java because I instructed it to write in Java. Good. So I asked it write a hello world example, and the model just answered with hello world and the system print line hello world. And in this example, we create a class named world with blah, blah. Yeah, a small details over the example, and then I can ask for change the example to print hello out of the box dev. And then we have the hello out of the box dev changed here from the example, and we can also let's test a little bit more here and ask for change the class name to hello out of the box developer. And good, it understands the previous version and keep the message here and just changes the class name. So it keeps the it. You can see that it just remembers what I'm saying. But if you see the number of the tokens that I'm sending, you can see that it's increasing a lot here, right? It started with 81 tokens and then became 221 tokens and then became 314 tokens. So because it is starting to send more and more text for the input, because it's getting all these outputs and inputs from for the context for the model, so it can generate the response as it is keeping the whole context, keeping a memory regarding to the conversation. So that's how memory actually works in in these models. It's a illusion. The memory is illusion. Go. So, any questions so far?
In this case, what happened when the memory finished? Like you said that max memory was 10 messages.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So when it finishes, it will start to take out the it's first in first out. It's a FIFO, so it will take out the first user messages and put and add the new ones. And remember that in the length chain we have these different classification, different categorization when we say user message and system message. So this chat memory it is simply an array, a list that it keeps with the messages, but it has some useful handlings when it regards to the system message and user messages. So system messages are always kept into the list, and only the user messages are replaced when it reaches the limit.
Got
And
it.
yeah, before continuing here, I'm seeing here Bruno is online with us. Hey Bruno, how are you, man?
Hey, hello. Hey, Hugo, how you doing? Hey, Pedro. Hi, Chilla. Hey, Danilo. Hey, Douglas. So good to have you to see you all here. I could not join. Right, last session of the year. I'd love to be here with you guys. Right, so I'm sorry that I'm a little bit late. I was having a conversation with Adam Bean, and so that was a lot longer than we expected to begin with. So, but but I'm here. So good to be here. I mean, this has been an amazing year. You guys did such an amazing, great content. Actually, I saw someone here in the chat. Janemi is saying amazing content. Yes, that's really cool. So thanks for doing this, and thanks for the invite.
Thanks a lot, and thanks, James. I just see now your message here. So thanks a lot. And as I said in the beginning, if you have any question, anything that you would like to ask here, or do you have something that you want to see here, please feel free to share, to write in the chat. We are always looking here and trying to interact. And thanks a lot, Bruno, to reminding me. Yeah, today, this year, it will be the last session of the year. I forget totally to mention that. and yeah, that was awesome year. So hope to keep bringing more content and relevant content for everyone here. And I'm so glad that lots of people are joining and watching us. So thanks a lot. thanks for being here too, Bruno.
Yeah. So guys, if you think like a little retrospective, right? So what you guys think was the great thing for you this year? Could be here in the out of the box developer. It could be somewhat initiative that you did, but if you look back at the year, right? So what can you say?
For this, for it is a question for us here,
For everyone, yes,
everyone.
everyone here.
Well,
Would be
if I can start,
right.
yeah. Well, for me, it was an amazing year. I started like since the beginning of the year, almost the beginning of the year, and it is, and then there was so different content here, so we could discuss lots of different topics. We could discuss a lot of and have lots of different books to be that was shared here. So yeah, for me, I had lots of learning here, not only about the topics but about how to run a podcast like this, or and how to host or how to organize. So I think it was a very good year for me, and participating here in the podcast.
Nice. What else?
Cool. For me, today actually I'm bringing a presentation from the previous week, and I was in the TDC, so bringing this content into public, I think it's a really great achievement for me. That was on a few years ago. I'm so shy that I couldn't stand in public, and now I can see myself. Oh, I'm presenting it and bringing in different public in English and in Portuguese. I presented in Portuguese last week, and now I'm presenting in English. That's a cool achievement for me myself. Seeing myself here today, it's for a few years ago, it was inimaginable.
Cool. Who else? Chilla.
Yes, for me it was also very interesting this year with out of the box developer, because I started, I guess, this year. First, I was a guest, and then I joined you guys and tried to understand how it is working, the whole show in the background, so seeing the backstage and interacting. So I was learning a lot. So it's amazing experience for me, and now I can see better how uh, I could improve, and it's amazing.
That's great. Actually, interesting enough, till a year ago, you're here in Brazil, right? Exactly a year ago, because you came for TDC
Exactly.
Porto
Yes.
Alegre, right? So you're here visiting me, and that's and then you came out this year to do so many things. So that's great. It's awesome. You know, that took a lot of courage and effort, right? And then it blossoms. Everything else. That's awesome.
Yes, because definitely you are out of your comfort zone somehow, and you get used to it with time, but it takes some time, of course.
You are out of the box. How about you, Danilo?
Oh, one of the most important things for me is pretty similar with what Pedro, Sile, and Hugo said. That is related to finding one environment that people are there to share some knowledge and to be open to learn something new. So being here not only in the out of the box hearing this podcast, but also coming back to participating in events, in technology events. It's been fantastic for me this year.
That's great. And you, Douglas?
Well, a lot has gone on this year, so just a lot of internal growth myself. Coming on to this show, this podcast, that's given me the ability to go and demonstrate stuff. You go showing LangChain now for Java, but there's a couple of episodes where I even went into LangChain for with Python. So it's really kind of cool to see how the two are similar and dissimilar at the same time. Um, then also, a lot of stuff's happened. I took a trip this year. Flew down to Florida and met you, Bruno, at an event, and we kind of hung out there for a little bit, and that kind of propelled me forward a bit. And it was just good to get into a different environment and all the people that we met. And I forgot what going to a live event uh, really was about until I did that. It's you just never know. Except the people we were around weren't just developers. It was a whole collection of people at this place, just random people. So it was kind of cool. Yeah, it's been a good year this year.
Cool. That's awesome, guys. That's amazing you're here. So for me, seeing you all like take control of this, because I started this with Mani Sarkar, like a couple of years ago, right? And seeing you guys taking over and coming here and bringing all kinds of different views and different strategies, all kinds of different technologies. It's been amazing. And I had a lot of this year. I had a lot of opportunities to work directly with you, right? So, you know, uh, um, Pedro, Pedro and Douglas, right? We've been working together this whole year on your business and what you guys are doing. And so it's like amazing to see the results and the things that you're actually doing. Um, Pedro got his first mentees this year, right? So that they already having success already. That's totally amazing. Douglas, we're actually doing. We did together this event in Tampa, and it was such an amazing eye opener for so many things. That's awesome. And Chila visited me here in Brazil a year ago, and then we had so many opportunities. So we saw each other in Europe. So thanks a lot, Chila, for coming to visit me and seeing you really, coming here, in the beginning of the year talking about, oh, I don't have courage and I don't know what to say, and then now you're here hosting this podcast and in like leading everyone here to actually make things work. So congratulations, Sheila. And Danilo is like the newcomer here, right? Because Danilo, I met Danilo I talked to Danilo last week and seen all the results that he has. And actually, Danilo, just so you know, I was talking to Adam Bean, and he was saying that he met you at Eclipse Con, right? And he said just big guy coming to talk to him is like, oh man, who is this guy, right? And so and I see Danilo doing this, actually, having the courage and taking action in just a few months, becoming an international speaker. That's such an amazing thing. And finally, but last but not least, right, Hugo, right? So Hugo has become a good friend just during this whole year. We've done so many things together. We traveled together. We've shared hotel rooms, right? We've done so many great things. Hugo is been here in my house many times. It's been an amazing. So for me, this group here has been a very, very special group. Thank you so much, guys. I mean, all the things you're doing. It's been totally amazing. And looking back, it seems like so many years ago, right? That I was doing this, and actually, it's just a year, right? So, congratulations, and especially for all of you that are watching us here. I think that's, I see lots of people here. Andres, for example, I think that's from everyone that I see here now. Andres, the guy that's always here with us, always asking questions, always making comments. And the other day, Andres actually told us that he gave a talk at an event in Peru. So congratulations, Andres. I think this is the challenge, guys. Coming, being out of the box, right? Out of the box developer is being out of our comfort zone, like Tila said, is actually being, is actually trying to do more things and trying to think about our careers, how we can help others, how we can solve problems. And this group is congratulations for this group for doing this. So thanks, everyone.
Thanks for the words, Bruno.
Thank you, Bruno.
Thank you, Bruno.
We're all inspired by you, man.
Yes, for me, For me, I gotta say, right? So, I'm not sure. Is it time for the books already? Right? I gotta say, I can pivot for the book because for me it was really special this year because I released my book, right? The book, first book published by a publisher, and it's been such an amazing experience, right? And a lot of you guys are here because I interviewed several of you to be on this book. So thanks everyone. But and that's the book I recommend for everyone, right? You want my suggested book? This is the book right here. The Developer Career Master Plan. It's a great book. It was written by me and Heather Van Kura, right? So that's great. And the forewords from Ed Burns. So 3 people here, like the top developers in the Java industry. Great insights for the book. And just a few weeks ago, Pact Publishing allowed me to give away the first chapter of the book for everyone, right? So I'm going to put here, should I share my screen? Maybe I can share my screen. So let me just kind of do this here really quick here. So let me share a link here, and I can put in the chat.
I just pasted the link for the Amazon and the whole book.
Yeah, the Amazon. Okay, so yeah, so let me give you guys something for free. So let me share my screen here. Let me tab. Okay, so yeah, so if you guys come here to this page, you're gonna get chapter 1 for free, right? And chapter 1 is one of the most important chapters of the book, right? Because it's the secret to learn about technology. So the chapter is the base for everything else, right? So if you come to this page here, this is the whole 15 steps for the book. We're going to get the first chapter. So just come here to this URL, and I'm going to paste the URL here in the chat also. Actually, I'm not sure if I can paste the URL. I'm going to put it here in the private so you can paste it, Hugo. So here's the URL. So if you guys can come to this page, right, you're gonna get, there's several things you're gonna get if you come to this page, right? You put your name and email there. One of the things you're gonna get is like the first chapter of the book for free, right? That's the official chapter for the book, and it has a lot of things about learning how to learn. It's going to help everyone in your career. The second thing is going to get is that you're going to get an email from me with the chapter, right? So you're going to get the book right at your email. No need to wait. No need to do anything else. The third thing is going to happen is that you're going to get an email from me with the book, right? So if there's anything that you want to do in your career, if you want to do the same thing that those guys here are doing this year, for next year, you can reply to that email and I can help you out. And the fourth thing is going to happen is that I'm gonna do a workshop about planning the next year this next Saturday on the 16th, right? 16th of December. The last thing I'm gonna do this year. I was not gonna do anything else this year, right? But but I was with Danilo and Hugo last week at TDC, and by seeing what they're doing, by seeing the result they had this year, I decided to do one more effort to help you plan your career, right? So I'm gonna do a workshop this next Saturday, and that workshop, what we're gonna plan your next year, plan 2024, so you can have the most amazing year of your developer career. So if you download the chapter of the book right now, you're gonna get the information about the workshop that I'm promoting this week, so you can join in and participate in the workshop next Saturday, right? So lots of things, right? So all of that starts from download this book.
Cool.
Amazing.
Thanks, Bruno. I tried to put you on the spot, but I failed here. You have no time, but yeah.
Yeah, George Tavares is saying here. Last week I listened John Schlong podcast with Heather. She talked about your book too, Bruno.
Awesome, that's great. Yes, thanks, George. That's awesome. Yeah. So Josh was one of the person that we interviewed for the book, right? So that's great that he was in the podcast we had. That's awesome.
Yeah, and Tari Khalid is saying, great organization. I appreciate your efforts in English that you can share your knowledge around the world.
That's great. Thanks a lot, Tahi.
Thanks, Sally. Tahi.
And Andres is saying thank you for being mentioned here.
No, Andres, right? Andres is doing great. So that's awesome, Andres. Congratulations, man. You probably you probably should get, Andres. You probably should get the prize of the most assiduous person here in our shop. Right? So we're missing you here, Andres. You should come here to have a conversation with us one of those days.
Yeah. Andres said that Heather. Oh, sorry.
Sorry, go ahead. Go ahead, Pedro.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Andres is saying that Heather closed the JConf Peru this year remotely.
That's awesome.
Nice. Well, and I think we can start our sharing section because we are about time, right?
Yes.
That's why I started the book. So I already started, so everyone can do it.
Okay. So actually, I think we're gonna have to share about the retrieval feature on the LangChain on the next session. Probably will be on 2024. But yeah, for you to keep updated and see and to be able to see the examples also. And I see that many people enjoy the examples in Java. I will share not a book, but my repository for these examples. That would be awesome. And yeah, so you can also contribute if you have any other suggestions. But it's a great way to get started with generative AI or using those large language models into your Java applications. And that will be LangChain is for me. LangChain 4J, it is the simplest, quickest way to make it happen, and those examples will probably help you create your own application. So enjoy the repository.
Nice, awesome.
I got one. So I just posted it in the chat right now. So if you don't mind Python, which by the way, if you want to see retrieval, we've discussed retrieval, but I'd like to see how it's handled in Java. But we did do some discussions on retrieval using the Python version, like maybe a few months ago, on here. But the I just shared the link in our chat here. I can't actually share it in the public chat, but this is a course that I just got done taking on LangChain itself, like a really in-depth, like how to use all the different features of it and do some pretty cool things with it, including because LangChain does so many things in those chains. That's actually a really important feature of LangChain. Even tracing, like having tracing and how to, products that you could use to send the tracing logs into it, and it'll actually show you how, what it did and all the different steps and all of that stuff. So really good, really cool course. The guy that teaches this course is actually a really good instructor. I almost buy every course this guy puts out. Even when I had a personal license to Udemy, I still bought his courses.
Nice, awesome.
Oh, I think I have to fix the link here for the for your suggestion, Douglas. Just I will just replace only the link so people can actually follow.
Yeah, it took the space out. Like I had a couple of line.
Yes.
It doesn't do line. It doesn't do new lines. So it just put it
It's
right
a
next to
bug from this chat, but okay, we can fix it.
So every time anyone shares, don't put a new line, just put a space, because then you can copy.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I forgot.
Yeah. Well,
So
I can share
actually,
my I can share my ebook here, that are the tips to start your international developer career. This is something that I worked with Bruno like this year, and then we already have some mentees that are doing amazing job for following this program. So I think this is the ebook that can start you right away, and then we can get in touch for you to get your international career this year. So you have this 2024 year. We can get there. If you want an international career, please talk to me, and then we can work together on that.
And by the way, guys, 2024 is the year of the international career. I'll tell you this, right? Because there's a lot of things coming on in the next few years, right? There's a lot of changes in the world. So whoever is ready for the international career next year is gonna come out in front, right? Because there's a lot of things, a lot of changes is gonna happen that not necessarily next year, but in the next couple of years. So next year is the year for you to be ready for international careers. So Pedro, that's a good moment for us to be talking about this and getting people to helping people, because people are gonna need it.
Oh yeah. Next.
So
Tila,
Danilo, I think you are on mute.
Oh, sorry. I can share one link. Actually, it's related to LangChain 4J. That after the presentation from use on the TDC, I just was taking a look and see how it's being being used in the Java world. And if you are using Quarkus, that is one of the most famous frameworks in the Java world, so it has its own implementation using LangChain 4J. So I recommend you, if you want to take a look, that would be nice to have this implementation with this framework.
Cool, really cool. Do you have the link?
I sent you on the chat. Yes. It's the Quarkus LangChain 4J. Not so difficult.
Oh, great. It's just a delay from the chat, but it's coming out.
And since you talk about Quarkus, it was nice because Adam Bean also talked about his participation in the Quarkus Club with Luis, right? So very, very good that the Brazilian community is showing up internationally. So that's congratulations, Luis.
Cool stuff. Chila, do you want to share something?
I didn't bring a book for today, but definitely I will do it next time.
No problem. But yeah, so I think we have reached our sharing moment, and yeah, since it is our last session of the year, yeah, what I can say, I wish everyone a great events, end year events. Merry Christmas for everyone, and a nice New Year Eve. And I really want to thank everyone. It was an amazing year, at least for completing a whole year of out of the box developer. Lots of really cool content, really amazing people here, and friends that we can actually talk, bring interesting things, and I hope also that people that is watching us are enjoying that, and also appreciate everyone that is watching us. It is for us, it's a big honor to be able to help any of you that is watching us.
Yes, thank you, everyone. Have an awesome Christmas, a great year, and I'll see you in 2024. And that's your career grows a lot next year.
Yeah, happy holidays, people. Nice 2023, 24.
So, yeah,
I
those.
was gonna say that just Happy New Year and Happy Holidays from over here. Hope everyone has a safe holiday, and looking forward to what we're doing in 2024.
Cool.
Many AI stuffs.
I'm going that direction.
Yeah.
Lots
That's
of
cool.
AI.
Lots of AI, yeah. Well, so thanks a lot. See you, everyone.
Thank you.
Well, end it.